despite losing AD and LeBron, two top 10 guys in the league, for so long, were the number one ranked defense in the NBA at the end of the season. And it's all about defense. In a year where offense has ruled the NBA, we're seeing some historic offensive efficiency throughout the NBA. What are the Lakers? Number one in defense. When the rest of the league zigs, we got to do offense. We got to shoot threes. Clippers led the league in three-point shooting. Who cares? It's all about defense. The Lakers will rule defensively. They will come out of the West without question.
First of all, J-Mac, I don't know what invisible Clippers fan you're yelling at. Greg and I picked the Lakers.
Like the Clippers.
All right, we just said the Clippers are a good team. They got a shot. That's it. Now, let me address LeVar.
Please do.
All right, the Los Angeles Ifers. Okay?
Ifers.
The fact is, and here's another reason I'm so confident in the Lakers, LeVar, is there are ifs for everybody out west.
That's
really,
very true.
everybody in the league at this
But we
point.
only use them for the
Utah.
Lakers. But they're only used for the Lakers. We don't use ifs for everybody else.
Okay, where's Donovan Mitchell?
Where's
Donovan Mitchell, their best player?
Absolutely.
It's a week.
But you didn't hear me
That's
say.
an if.
You didn't hear me
That's
say.
an
I
if.
think that Utah Jazz have a great chance if Donovan Mitchell comes back at 100%. I still think the Utah Jazz are good enough and mature enough right now and have created a habit of winning during the course of, wow, go figure, the regular season. I didn't know the regular season didn't matter in terms of getting wins and losses and building momentum towards going into the playoffs. Y'all acting like Utah doing what they've done and starting off being at number one doesn't matter because we're going to the playoffs now. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all really do. Y'all need to give Utah their much due respect.
In the postseason, in a 7-game series, it is critical that you have a guy, or preferably two, that can take a guy off the dribble when they know what I'm doing. So even though the defense, because over 7 games, teams know exactly what everybody wants to do. They know a guy's tendencies. They know when he takes 2 dribbles to the right, he's about to pull up for a jumper. They know when he throws a head fake, he's going to do this or that. And you need guys that, even though you know everything I want to do, you can't stop me. That was Donovan Mitchell. But Donovan, I think, will be back, but will he be hampered? Other than Mitchell, who do they have like that? Jordan Clarkson?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes,
all the other guys play off of their system. So I don't look, Utah had a great season. Quinn Snyder did an outstanding job.
Home.
They will get many regular season awards. But I don't think they can beat the Lakers. Phoenix, look, another great season. Chris Paul, fantastic. Devin Booker, fantastic. Monty Williams should be coach of the year. But I don't believe Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton are going to step into their first playoff series of their careers and beat LeBron James if they meet him, or even if it's the second round, whenever. I don't see them beating the Lakers. Denver doesn't have Jamal Murray.
That's
all right,
true.
so they got issues. And then the Clippers are -5 in clutch time. That's their problem. When he gets down to the final minutes of the game,
you are
what are they
assuming
going
that
to
everybody
do?
for the Lakers, the LA Ifers, are going to be healthy enough to make this team look the way that it is that you're talking. So if all of those things, all those factors
LeBron
given,
or AD is hurt, all bets are off. Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Well,
LeVar,
then that's a qualifier.
Remember,
then.
Utah getting the number 1 seed gets about a week off of rest, so an extra week for Donovan Mitchell. Chris, you keep diminishing the Utah Jazz. I just want to point out, they're probably going to have the Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. They're going to have the Sixth Man of the Year, Clarkson or Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles, hey, give the man some flowers. Joe Ingles is playing well. And there are only 2 50-win teams in the league this year are Phoenix and Utah. So this is a tough West. LeBron's road will be extremely challenging. Phoenix, they got Chris Paul, who might be first-team All-NBA. Second round, it's definitely not going to be an easy one. Okay, don't act like the Denver Nuggets with the MVP of the league, Nikola Jokic, is going to be a pushover. And then, of course, the Utah Jazz or the Paperclips in the conference finals. So this is going to be a tough road for LeBron. I have full confidence. I'm personally a little surprised Greg Jennings came in low. I thought we were in lockstep, Greg, on the Lakers dominating the West. But I guess you jumped off the bandwagon. That's fine.
Well, you would have to define what low is. I mean, I'm at an 8.5. You're at a 9.5. You're 1 full point higher than myself. But I want to touch on LeVar again.
Come on, touch. Y'all want to keep touching on me. Go ahead. I'm okay.
I am, because this is what happens when a team hasn't had the type of success that the Utah Jazz have had. They're going to be they are the number one seed. And so all of a sudden, the number one seed was the goal. It's everything. But when we look at years past and we look at the Milwaukee Bucks, go ask Giannis Antetokounmpo how important that number one seed is. It's not important, because if you don't show up in this season, which is a completely different season, you and I both know we've played in professional sports on the football field. The regular season is one thing. All it matters is that you get in the dance. And if you have someone like LeBron James, who has been there time and time and time and time again, and knows how to elevate the guys around him, you have the advantage. You have the better chance of coming out on top against a Utah Jazz, against a Phoenix Suns. And then J-Mac, I'm with you. The Lakers are the favorite. But I'm not going to sit here and try to make their road seem oh so great if they get through the Utah Jazz, or if they get through the Denver Nuggets and
you mean if they get through Golden State and get out of the play-in tournament?
I understand that.
Is that what you meant?
Yes,
is that what you meant? Because y'all looking ahead with your 9s and your 8s. I mean, this team that has to get in, technically, they aren't even in yet. So I'm just saying, y'all sitting there talking all this stuff about the Lakers and what LeBron is and all of the experience and this, that, and the other. Well, you know what? LeBron is the same dude that was moaning and groaning about the play-in scenario. Somebody needs to be fired. You know why he said it? Because he knows that smoke is coming from out of Golden State, and that could put them in a very compromising situation. Y'all talking real loud about this Laker Ifers team, but they may not even make it into the playoffs. They may not even make it out of the play-in. And that's for real. Think about that. We're talking about all these ifs. They might not 9s, 8.5s. I'm going down to a 7, because if they're healthy, like, okay, y'all can ride the Lakers bandwagon because it's a simple and easy way to go through this segment of the show. But me, I'm going to keep it real. If I see somebody showing that they can play and that they can win against all odds, of course they haven't played as well without Donovan Mitchell. Of course they're a better team with Donovan Mitchell with them. And they will have Donovan Mitchell back by all reports given. So there's no reasons to say if. But if I have to continue to say if with every single thing and every single point I make about this Lakers team, I'm sorry. You cannot make a serious, legitimate argument about what the Lakers are going to do if every single one has to be qualified with an if. That's not reality. That's living in a fantasy world of living on the fence. You're on the fence. Yeah. You're not declaring it. Declare it without an if. Say all your arguments without an if, and I'm going to go with y'all on that.
So, LeVar, everybody's healthy on the Lakers. Everybody is healthy. AD, Dennis Schroeder, LeBron. Who's stopping them in the West?
Nobody.
Okay, there you go. So what are you arguing? I don't understand.
What I'm arguing is I don't see them being healthy. I don't see them being able to handle the up-tempo and the aggressive play that is going to take a different level of tempo come the playoffs. That's what I'm looking at. The ifs are, can they stay healthy? LeBron's tweaking his ankle in a late game. Like, this is end of the season game. AD, we don't know if AD is going to be able to hold up. I just don't know where this team is, honestly, 100% health-wise. And unless I knew that and they said we are 100% and I can see it, I don't see why we're saying if. There's no reason to keep saying if.
But you do.
LeVar,
there's no reason to keep saying
LeVar,
if.
You're making the point.
The tempo in the playoffs slows down, first of all. All right, so it won't be as fast
how does it slow
as
down?
The regular season.
You're saying the intensity level?
Every year it gets a little slower in the playoffs. It becomes more of a half-court game than it did in the regular season.
In the league, in the NFL, that tempo goes up.
Secondly, you're counting way more ifs than I am. I don't remember hearing myself, Greg. I don't hear all these ifs that you hear. And then you just ignore the ifs with the other teams. There's plenty of ifs with Utah, too. We just talked about
There's only one
Donovan
if.
Mitchell, yeah, he'll be back.
How healthy
but
will
how
Donovan
effective
Mitchell
will he be able
That's
to be?
the only if. That's the only if you heard me. And I didn't even use an if with Donovan Mitchell. He will be back.
You said
how healthy is he?
I said they would be better.
I said they would be better if they had Donovan Mitchell, and they would be. But the bottom line is I'm not basing what they're going to do off of if Donovan Mitchell is back at 100%. I'm saying the Utah Jazz is a legitimate contender out of the West. And to me, I think they're the front runner because they've proven all year they should be looked at as the front runner. I'm not making that up. Look at the statistical categories and